The Scoop and Behind the Screen are both collaborative detective serials written by members of the Detection Club, which were broadcast weekly by their authors on the BBC national programme in 1930 and 1931, with the scripts then being published in The Listener within a week after broadcast. The two serials were first published in book form in the UK by Victor Gollancz Ltd in 1983 and in the US by Harper and Amp Row in 1984. The UK edition retailed at £6.95. Julian Symons, then president of the club, explains in his introduction, quote, "The present volume was written to provide funds so that club premises might be acquired. Other books with the same purpose, also the product of several hands, were The Floating Admiral, Ask a Policeman and Verdict of 13, Behind the Screen." The episodes, contributors, transmission and magazine publication details of this serial are as follows. Written and broadcast by Hugh Walpole. Transmitted on Saturday the 14th of June 1930. First published in issue 75 of The Listener on the 18th of June 1930. Something is Missing, written and broadcast by Agatha Christie, transmitted on Saturday the 21st of June 1930. First published in issue 76 of The Listener on the 25th of June 1930. Man at the Gate, written and broadcast by Dorothy L. Sayers, transmitted on Saturday the 28th of June 1930. First published in issue 77 of The Listener on the 2nd of July 1930. I Killed Mr. Dutton, written and broadcast by Anthony Berkeley, transmitted on Saturday the 5th of July 1930. First published in issue 78 of The Listener on the 9th of July 1930. Amy Intervenes, written and broadcast by E. C. Bentley, transmitted on Saturday the 12th of July 1930. First published in issue 79 of The Listener on the 16th of July 1930. How Dutton Died, written and broadcast by Ronald Knox, transmitted on Saturday the 19th of July 1930. First published in issue 80 of The Listener on the 23rd of July 1930. In The Listener, 4 of the episodes were entitled, the exceptions being the 4th and 6th, which were given the titles In the Aspidistra and Mr. Parsons on the Case respectively. The Scoop, as announced in The Guardian on the 2nd of December 1930, Behind the Screen proved popular enough for the BBC to commission a second serial, this time in 12 installments. The episodes, contributors, transmission and magazine publication details of this serial are as follows. Written and broadcast by Dorothy L. Sayers, transmitted on Saturday the 10th of January 1931. First published in issue 105 of The Listener on the 14th of January 1931. Written and broadcast by Agatha Christie, transmitted on Saturday the 17th of January 1931. First published in issue 106 of The Listener on the 21st of January 1931. Fish's Alibi, written and broadcast by E. C. Bentley, transmitted on Saturday the 24th of January 1931. First published in issue 107 of The Listener on the 28th of January 1931. The Strange Behavior of Mr. Potts, written and broadcast by Agatha Christie, transmitted on Saturday the 31st of January 1931. First published in issue 108 of The Listener on the 4th of February 1931 under the alternative title of The Weapon, Tracing Tracy, written and broadcast by Anthony Berkeley, transmitted on Saturday the 14th of February 1931. First published in issue 110 of The Listener on the 18th of February 1931. Scotland Yard on the Job, written and broadcast by Freeman Wills Crofts. Transmitted on Saturday the 21st of February 1931. First published in issue 111 of The Listener on the 25th of February 1931. Beryl in Broad Street, written and broadcast by Clements Dane. Transmitted on Saturday the 28th of February 1931 from 8:30 p.m. to 8:55 p.m. First published in issue 112 of The Listener on the 4th of March 1931. The Sad Truth About Potts, written and broadcast by E.C. Bentley. Transmitted on Saturday the 7th of March 1931. First published in issue 113 of The Listener on the 11th of March 1931. Bond Street and Broad Street, written and broadcast by Anthony Berkeley. Transmitted on Saturday the 14th of March 1931. First published in issue 114 of The Listener on the 18th of March 1931 under the slightly different title of Bond Street to Broad Street. Beryl Takes the Consequences, written and broadcast by Clements Dane. Transmitted on Saturday the 21st of March 1931. First published in issue 115 of The Listener on the 25th of March 1931. Inspector Smart Gets a Nasty Jar, written and broadcast by Freeman Wills Crofts. Transmitted on Saturday the 28th of March 1931. First published in issue 116 of The Listener on the 1st of April 1931 under the slightly different title of Inspector Smart's Nasty Jar. The Final Scoop, written and broadcast by Dorothy L. Sayers. Transmitted on Saturday the 4th of April 1931. First published in issue 117 of The Listener on the 8th of April 1931. In The Listener, the first two installments were entitled Over the Wire and At the Inquest. The book version of the serial replicates these chapter titles. Publication history: 1983, Victor Gollancz, 1983, hardback, 184 pp. 1984, Methuen, 1984, hardback, 182 pp. 1984, Harper and Row, 1984, 208 pp.